This ABC15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Good morning on a Friday. Nick Saletti here with our top stories. Let's get to the latest on the murder mystery in Idaho. 4 University of Idaho students stabbed to death, including a woman from Avondale. More than 100 pieces of evidence and 1,000 tips have been collected, also hundreds of interviews. Police now saying they still have no suspects or a murder weapon. The University of Idaho stepping up security this week and ramping up police presence as that community remains on edge.
Nothing I can say will make this better. But please know that we stand with you in wanting whoever is responsible captured and brought to justice.
For now, school officials are advising students to travel in pairs out of an abundance of caution. New information this morning and some recent data showing that there are nearly 900 people living unsheltered in an area known as the Zone between downtown Phoenix and the state capitol. That's more than double what we saw this time last year. The Human Services campus in downtown Phoenix is filling every bed they have, but still there aren't enough. They continue to push for affordable housing and solutions in different regions to address the crisis.
We want to be part of more opportunities to create more regional solutions, meaning more shelter spaces in different parts of the valley.
So the shelter says they look forward to working with Governor-elect Katie Hobbs to create these long-term solutions. After some good food and much needed family time, travelers begin making their return trips back home today. According to AAA, over 54 million Americans were expected to travel 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving, reaching 98% of pre-pandemic levels. Experts saying that Thanksgiving travel is a strong start for the airline industry after dealing with major flight cancellations and staffing shortages this summer. The industry now looking to Sunday as their next big travel day. It's always rewarding to buy someone else a perfect gift for the holidays, but not if it means making or having more debt. The Black Friday, of course, rush is upon us. Consumer reporter John Matarese has things to look out for so you don't overspend.
Jeannie and Kayla Metcalf were grabbing some of Target's Black Friday deals, but watching their spending.
I do not want a big bill, and I do not want to go into debt.
With no stimulus checks and higher prices this year, they don't want holiday debt.
I'm definitely going to try to watch the spending this year, especially with the economy. You know, everything between groceries and gas, everything is so expensive.
The holidays should be about cheer, not about debt. So while you're out shopping, it's a good idea to not just think about what you're buying, but how you'll be paying for it.
With higher than normal interest rates, above 21%, according to Wallet Hub, Nathan Grant of Money Tips says the first rule of thumb is not relying on credit cards if you don't have the cash to pay off the balance.
Don't look at it as extra money. Look at it as just a different way to pay for things that you can afford already.
Nathan says retailers' credit cards are great for rewards and discounts, but only sign up for cards that fit your budget.
Even though their interest rates on retail store cards are usually even higher, if you're paying it off, that interest rate isn't even going to be a factor.
He says when setting your holiday budget, don't forget about food and travel costs. Also, compare your budget to last year's. And to avoid overspending on gifts, split the cost with someone else. Give a DIY present or use your unused gift cards to purchase gifts. Nathan Grant's last tip for credit cards is to look for other cost-saving perks like price protection if prices drop later.
Then the credit cards are less of a worry and more of a tool that you can use this season.
Jeannie and Kayla Metcalf hope to avoid credit card debt entirely.
No debt in January, hopefully.
And that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
Well, happy Black Friday. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. Hopefully you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. As we talk about your forecast for today, we're essentially going to see a repeat temperature-wise. At least here in Phoenix, we're up to 71, and temperatures will be really similar in northern Arizona, reaching the 40s, 50s, and 60s this afternoon. But the winds will be much lighter today than they were yesterday, and you're going to notice that on Futurecast. Those winds staying between about 5 and 15 miles an hour in most areas. Still breezy along the Colorado River in Bullhead City, but otherwise much lighter winds overall. In case you're doing some shopping on this Black Friday, temperatures will gradually climb through the day across the state, but you can see that we're going to end up with clear skies statewide today. And tomorrow and Sunday also looking sunny and dry, a little cooler too for the valley, with highs dipping down into the upper 60s tomorrow, 50s for spots like Flagstaff. Winds pick up next Monday and Tuesday ahead of a storm system that will bring a chance for rain, but only a slight chance for rain in the valley and a slight chance for snow now in the high country.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, just go to ABC15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.